Did you know that most of Colombia's drug problems for over a couple decades in the late 20th century were due to just a single man? I am Tina, and today I will take you through the memorable life of Pablo Escobar. I think that it's important to recognize the impact that drug lords can hold over even entities as large as countries, so that you can recognize the threat that staying in a country with large drug holds can present. I have made myself an expert of Pablo Escobar and his organization, the Medellin Cartel, through viewing numerous documentaries, docuseries, and books. In this presentation, I will summarize Escobar's journey from a small-time criminal to a notorious drug lord. We take a look at how he revolutionized the drug trafficking industry, his eventual downfall, and the profound effects his actions had on Colombia. At the end of the presentation, I will summarize the key points and answer any questions you may have about this complex and intriguing figure. So, who was Pablo Escobar and what is his background? Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria was a Colombian cartel leader who controlled one of the largest cocaine processing and distributing organizations in the world. According to Thompson in his 1996 article in called Pablo Escobar's Drug Baron. Escobar led the Medellin cartel from the 1970s to the 1990s, and during this time, he oversaw every step of the cocaine supply chain, according to Pablo Escobar article in Insight Crime. Pablo Escobar came from humble beginnings and always dreamed of being powerful and wealthy. He fell into a pattern of petty crimes from an early age, and he quickly established himself into the cocaine business after a lucky break. According to McEnvoy in his biography publication article. But what did Pablo Escobar do to become so wealthy and powerful in narcotic trafficking? In the late 1980s, Forbes recognized Pablo Escobar as one of the 10 richest people in the world, and there are some pivotal moves that he made that got him to this status. According to McVoy's article in the biography publication. In 1975, as senior leader in his cartel, Escobar ordered his boss to be killed, thrusting Pablo into the position of leader of the Medellin cartel, according to JQ's article, Narcos. One long-lasting practice of Pablo is that he always paid or killed his way up to the top. He was a ruthless businessman, and he wasn't afraid to get blood on his hands. Pablo had many creative ways of smuggling his product that other traffickers didn't think of. For example, he was paying pilots up to $500,000 to stash drugs into the seats and spare tires of their planes, according to JQ's article, Narcos. Pablo always lied to escape consequences, but he lied one too many times, and his luck ran out, leading to his own death. Pablo's history of violence towards everybody was catching up to him, and the U.S. wanted to extradite him to stand trial in the U.S. In Colombia's efforts to end the bloodshed he was inflicting on the country and his fight against extradition, they offered him a program of partial amnesty, promising no extradition if he confirmed himself into a private jail that he built. According to Cipollini's article, from the Mob Museum. Pablo spent 2 years in jail, but he broke the terms on numerous occasions, so the Colombians made a plan to transfer him to a real Colombian jail. During this raid by the government to do this transfer, Escobar and 9 others escaped into the surrounding woods, according to Cipollini's article in the Mob Museum. He spent a year in hiding, moving around Colombia when he finally was spotted, and he was killed in a firefight with the Colombian police, according to JQ's article, Narcos. At last, Colombia was freed of his terrorism, and the government and Colombian citizens no longer needed to fear for the actions of the drug lord. As we wrap up our discussion, let's reflect on the lessons from Pablo Escobar's life and its implications for our understanding of power, crime, and their effects on society. In conclusion, Pablo Escobar's story highlights the significant impact an individual can have on a country, underscoring the crucial need for vigilance against the disruptive forces of crime, power in society. Pablo Escobar's rise from humble origins, his strategic dominance in the drug trade, his profound societal and political aftermath of his reign encapsulate the complex interplay of ambition, power, and impact on a nation. It is clear that the overwhelming influence of a single man, Pablo Escobar, was indeed the catalyst for Colombians' prolonged struggle with drug-related issues.